What's up, guys? Welcome back to another weekly market analysis. Well, I changed the name from weekly forecast to weekly market analysis because I think this makes more sense because I'm actually not really forecasting anything. I'm just go over the week news and how the market is reacting to it, and then see where the market going to be heading the following week. It's not an actual forecast, but I think market analysis would be a better name. Anyway, without any further ado, let's go to this. Okay, so basically, we are aging up to 2 million. This number doesn't matter anymore, and we're gonna hit 100,000 definitely. All right, and Brazil is a new hotspot now. It just surpassed Russia, and then Russia and Brazil is like high. Look at United Kingdom. These are all crazy number. So at this progress, I think it's gonna be a mess. But we'll see whether the second wave gonna hit or not. That is the big question now because the U.S. just started reopen basically this week. Last week they already started untightening up stuff. So, and then people started going out again, but the traffic is still not heavy. I went downtown last weekend in Philadelphia. That's where I live. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of people out either. So, people are still reserving. So, spending, I think that's a problem. I don't care what. I think the only time where people are going to go back to normal is when we have the vaccine. But at this point, I don't see a lot of people going out. So spending is not a thing right now. I mean, that's going to be a problem. Positive news from the treatment. I mean, not much really. Positive news from the vaccine. Last week, the mRNA vaccine, the result come out, kind of shady. But the market gap up and it did not go down, and that's the weird thing. This market is very, very like is unstoppable in some way, but irrational at the same time because we keep moving up without all this good news, without all this bad news. So that's another thing. And then today, NVAC started the first human trial, and now I think pre-market is up 300 point. I see no point of this. Like they just started the first human study, and then result gonna be in July, and yet we gap up again. I will see what happened when the market open, but this is just irrational. I don't see the point. And then there's Sanofi, there's Johnson. We have to find out about those. Antibody, I mean, I don't think is a big deal at this moment. Trump used hydroxychloroquine for prevention, so I guess for him to get the virus is might not. I think it's going to be a very low chance now because there are cohort study of like a lot of people who use this medication for other disease, and when they look back at those study, these people do not get the virus. So I mean, there's a lot of bullshit about the hydroxychloroquine, but to be honest with you, from the I have some medical background field, so at this point I know hydroxychloroquine works, but due to the political climate of this country, we kind of kind of cross out the hydroxychloroquine, and then the remdesivir. That's another question too. I don't know. There's a lot of like money is when money and politics is involved, shit just not clear, and I don't want to go through this, but just so you know, I don't think Trump will get the virus. All right, U.S. Treasury is borrowing. Okay, that's old news, and then now they kind of like they might issue a 20 years bond, so that's another thing. All right, and that's I think that's the newest one. Okay, for the con part, I've been nothing really new on here. Second wave, I'm waiting for that. I think the chances of it happening is really high. I think it's at least 70%. Okay, and the unemployment this week is we within 9 weeks we up to 39.6 million, and we'll see what's gonna happen this week. Okay, and food price inflation, this shit is real, especially with meat. Okay, And then okay, so U.S. tension with China. We want to remove some stock off the U.S. stock exchange, and yet like when that news come out, the market did not even go down. It kind of went down a little bit and then it went back up. So that's the thing. The price action is very bullish at this point. Hong Kong and China tension, so that's another problem, and it's worsened over the weekend. Okay, and then elections uncertainty, this gonna be starting to be a problem soon. Okay, because right now they cannot campaign, so that's the thing. All right, but so this is like the market, internal in some way. Okay, the news. All right, and let's go to the chart. Okay. All right, so this chart, I mean, I have always this chart, something different with the chart is RSI. This is my old chart. I actually use this. I do use the RSI to check on the diversion. Okay, usually that's what I use it for, or the MACD for the daily chart. Okay, but at this point, this is the Dow Jones DIA. Okay, look at this, right? I redraw this. This is the down. This is the trend, is the uptrend channel. Okay, so a lot of people say like fake breakout and are gonna crash. It's possible. It is possible, but until we break below this trend line, then we have to start the low trend. But I think I have to break down the trend line and go below the 50-day moving average. Okay, for the DIA right now, the Dow Jones, I think it has to go below this level. Okay, so 50-day and this to have the downtrend. But at this point, the trend is still intact, up. Okay, so next target right now is the 200 days moving average. Okay, so last week here, so we gap up after the mRNA, and then we did not like fill this gap at all. Okay, and you could see, and then we kind of like making a bull flag over. Okay, so this is the thing. I don't know, like we have bad news of the China tension, and yet we did not move down at all. So you can see that. So at this point right now, I mean, volume is not supporting. No, I'm not sure this is a new high or not, a high or not, but look at this, the volume does not support that. We'll see tomorrow trading and what's happened. This right here, as you can see, the volume kind of kick up a little bit, but at this point is to the upside. Okay, so right now it's intact, and the other stuff, Nasdaq look a little bit weird based on what I see right now. Okay, so it fill up this gap. This gap here is kind of fill up the gap, the QQQ, and I guess it might go up to this point. So the thing is whether or not the uptrend is broken for the QQQ, I'm not sure. But the way I draw this up right here, because I drew this up and then I extend this out, and that's how it looked. Because if I move this out like this, it doesn't make sense anymore. It become like a megaphone technical, which is bearish at this point. So right now I'm not sure it's broken or not. So right now it is below this, and then it just this become, if it is broken, this is actually the resistance now. So that's the biggest question right now. I'm not sure, but it's still elevating up right now. So at this point, I guess is we might hit, I think for the QQQ, we probably gonna hit new high, like new all-time high, but at this point the volume is not supporting these number right now. I'm waiting to see if there is going to be any diversion in the RSI, because look at this before here, this diversion one before the broke in February. See, there is a diversion on the RSI, but I'm waiting for that to see if that's going to happen or not this time again. We'll see. But if you want to short right now, I mean, you could start in option wise, shorting it, buy way out, the money call, but get some times. Okay, get some time, maybe up to September or November. I think that's probably going to be the time where we might kick down. But at this point, we gap up, we stay up, and for the Nasdaq. Okay, so that's something to think about. But the volume are not supporting this. All right. And that's the Nasdaq is still the strongest, even though right now I think it has broken the channel, it has come out the channel. All right, and this is IWM. Okay, the Russell. So I redraw this. Okay, so we are in a perfect uptrend channel right now. So look at this, and the volume is kind of decent too at this point, and we'll see what the volume is. So right now, I mean, the IWM is moving up, nearly the same like the Dow Jones, and that's going to be the target at this point right here, or you could do right here for a minor resistance. Okay, we'll see what happens, but the trend is up at this point. All right, and like the same right here, they gap up and they stay up despite all the negative news. All right, and down trend port. So I drew this and I extrapolate this, and look at that perfect channel. This is more flat though compared to the other index. Okay, this volume is very iffy because it's not a lot of people trading it. So I mean, at this point, I'm gonna just take a look at that. I won't able to use the volume for this at all to say anything, but you know, just to say this kind of support the Dow Jones theory. Okay, and last but not least, the S&P. Okay, it's semi strong right now, and this is the key. 300-day moving, the 200-day moving average, 300 level. So if we broke above this, I mean, we're gonna go up to this level. So right now the uptrend is still intact. Volume is not supporting it though. Just so you know, volume is very insignificant at this time. Look at this high right here. Look at this high. Look at the volume. It doesn't support that at all. So just so you know, see right now there is a diversion in volume. Okay, and look at this. The volume is trending down, and at this point, you know, it's semi elevated, but it is not significant. And right here, you know, when we thought we are gonna break down, and is the volume kind of pick up again, but we'll see if we're gonna be able to cross a 300-day, the 300 level with a lot of volume or not. We'll see what happened this week. Since this is not a short week, a holiday week too, I'm not sure. The market might go crazy, you know, especially when there is low liquidity. All right. So at this point right now, uptrend is still there. So just watch the market for news and see how the reaction to the news and how the movement of the intraday. Okay, and see how it goes. We look at this like intraday. It's gap up and just stay and did not fill this small gap right here. All right, so just so you know, and it make this small flag right here, and maybe it just gap up, and it is maybe already up because right now pre-market is positive. Okay, so all right guys, I know it is late and it's 1 in the morning and I'm doing this, but anyways, thank you for watching, and happy trading. Bye.